Was saying that I was born in San Jose, the capital city, since 1823. On the colonial times, we used to have our first capital city, which was Cartago. Okay. And Costa Rica is divided in 7 provinces. I did mention already San Jose, Cartago, Pунтаренас, which is this beautiful province over here. And we're just coming out from the pier, which was built back in 1953. Okay, so it's kind of an old pier. And we're going to be coming out from the city, the main city of Pунтаренас. So 3 provinces in there. Neighboring up north, also with the the border with Nicaragua up north, that will be Guanacaste province. Guanacaste province up north, and we divide the Gulf of Nicoya half and half between those 2 provinces, Guanacaste up north, and then the rest of the Gulf all the way into Pунтаренас. So 4 provinces in there. If we count a little bit about the the entire extension of a coastline over here on the Pacific side, we can talk a little bit about the 1,012 kilometers from border to border. Right over here, right out there on the Pacific, we have 2 gulfs, Gulf of Nicoya and the Gulf of Dulce. Let me see if we can find some beautiful reptiles very close to us. Let me see, where can we find that? ¿A dónde la viste? Okay, there's one. As you can see, yeah, this very close tree right over here, right in front, completely to the right, almost in that little hill, going all the way up. There's a beautiful iguana. It's one of the reptiles. And we have some others over here on that paved area. There's like a little sidewalk inside of this park. Okay. Allá también, más adelante, Edgar. See, there's one modeling. And there's another one under that tree. Right? And there's another one in that little rock in there. Okay. For lunch. No, don't say that, Edgar, please. No good for lunch. We do not eat any of the animals here in Costa Rica. We have snakes here? Oh my God. We have a very big number of snakes here in Costa Rica. What? Well, you learn, every day you learn something new. I never thought that in that beautiful island, or those beautiful islands in Hawaii, there were no snakes at all. My God. Okay, but here in the tropics, which obviously we're not an island. Okay, we're an entire country, 51,100 square kilometers of our entire territory, and 140 different species of snakes. Okay, rattlesnakes. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. That's British Columbia. Okay.
Did you know that?
Nope.
Now you know.
Now I know. Yes. Thank you for sharing that information. Wow, incredible. But yes, here in Costa Rica, 140 different species of snakes. Different colors. Some of them with beautiful scales. Some others with lovely, they're lovely and poisonous. Some of the other non-poisonous. But, out of that big number, 140, 26 of them poisonous. Yeah. Reptiles is one of my things, I love those reptiles out there. Iguanas, reptiles. I mean, iguanas, caimans, geckos. Those are lovely guys. Little tiny lovely like me. Okay, and you know, the large ones like you know, the American crocodiles. Those are beautiful. And those are the ones that I consider my best friends. According to reptiles, right? And you know, now that we're talking a little bit about the, you know, reptiles, their natural habitat will be estuaries, okay, like in that area, to your left, and to your right, that will be the salty water, so that's brackish water. We're very close to the delta, okay, so that's brackish water. Obviously, from the inside, we carry lots of waters from different rivers, coming all the way from the high elevations. It brings lots of fresh water into those areas, and those are their natural habitats. So here in Costa Rica, according to reptiles, the only one that we cannot find here are alligators. Alligators, they live most of the time, well, their natural habitat. They belong to the Florida Keys and also the Gulf of Mexico.
We have lots of
Okay, and we have lots of them. That's where you're from?
South Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida? Okay.
A lot of
All right, okay. So you're no longer afraid about those.
No. We see them in the backyard.
Okay. So you're so used to them, like me. That's the reason I know that, you know, they love tourists once they get into Costa Rica. The American crocodiles. They love to smile, you know. Once they close their snout, they show teeth like this. You don't like reptiles at all, right? Well, but, you know, sometimes I bring, you know, tourists to the Rio Grande de Tarcoles. And this river, it's one of the rivers that has a large population of those reptiles, big reptiles. Okay. They love to take selfies with everybody. They get pretty big, 16, 17 feet long. Okay. They can weigh up to probably a ton. Okay. And then the other species will be the caimans. So caimans are shorter, obviously. So 1.5 meters probably long. They're quite, you know, friendly as well. Okay, so salty water over there and brackish water on the other side. So this is the city of Pунтаренас, I'm sorry. I was talking about Limon, but Limon is on the other side, it's on the other coast, on the eastern side of Costa Rica, which is a province of Limon, and it's the only of the 7 provinces where it rains 365 days a year. So there's more, let's say, more fruits on the other side. Here, it is, especially up north in the Guanacaste province. You can't imagine. And we have been affected, unfortunately, by El Nino. You know, so El Nino is misbehaving a little bit with us. You know, so we're gonna stay within the dry season probably until mid-May. Okay, 2 more weeks. I hope we can have rain, so everything can bloom back again into green, and you know, those beautiful trees with those beautiful colors everywhere, and to feel like you are visiting the real tropics. Okay. So the city of Pунтаренас, obviously, it's located like within you know, a sandbar that gets into the water. So you can see the fresh water over there and the salty water on the other side. And once we're getting, you know, a little farther away from this area, we're going to be hitting the road into Highway number 1, which is Inter-American Highway. Have you ever heard about this highway? Yes? Okay, starts up in Alaska It goes all the way down through the western side of the continent, all the way down into Ushuaia, Argentina.
Wow.
Yes. So it goes from almost the North Pole down to the South Pole. Non-stop, 3 months. Yeah. Non-stop, 3 months. Incredible, huh? I'm sorry? Oh, you were saying. Okay. I thought it was my friend over here. Okay. What do you know about Costa Rica? What have you read about Costa Rica? Oh, there's coffee here. Okay. You're a coffee lover. Okay. What else? We can talk about coffee today. Bless you, sir. Salud. Okay. I don't know if you noticed that I have said a word in Spanish already. Salud. Okay. And Spanish is so like, native language over here in Costa Rica. But for one word, you can have, or you can find several meanings. Okay. Like in this case, you sneezed, obviously. I was saying salud, like bless you, right? Salud means also in Spanish, health. Salud. I'm in good health, right? Yo tengo buena salud. And also, cheers. Salud. See? Okay, coffee. Great coffee here in Costa Rica. Arabica. That's the only kind of coffee that we can grow here in Costa Rica since 1983. And somebody's going to pop the question, why?
Why?
Okay. All right. Because we are surrounded by volcanoes. Minerals down in the ground, right? Because of those big eruptions and those materials coming out from those volcanoes, right? There's one reason there, okay? The other one is because the elevation. The higher you can get, the better taste you can have, okay? And you can grow coffee over here in Costa Rica from the 800 meters above sea level up to the 1,500, 1,600 meters above sea level. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Starbucks is here. But guess what? They use Costa Rican coffee here. Okay. I have to be very honest with all of you, my friends. Costa Rican coffee, very well known worldwide, but we are in third place of the best coffees in the world. Third place, Costa Rica. The first one, you're asking about the first one? Here in the continent?
Colombia.
Nope. Brazil. Second, Colombia. Yes. Third, Costa Rica. Okay? Peaceful country. Costa Rica. Rich coast. If you translate that, rich coast. And why the third? First one, Brazil. They grow 3 different kinds of coffee. Robusta, Arabica, and Caturga. Quantity, Brazil. Different kinds. Colombia, same thing. 3 different kinds. Quantity. And Costa Rica, okay, very proud to mention this. Quality. Okay, so quality is a good thing. And that's why Costa Rica, even though that we don't export that much of a quantity to the rest of the world, but we know that we have a very quality coffee here, that we grow quality. Okay, so that's a big thing here in Costa Rica. And this all have been said by a Costa Rican that doesn't drink any coffee. I'm a bad Costa Rican. I don't drink or eat anything that has coffee on it. Oh, really? No coffee.
I didn't wake up in the
Tea?
Tea.
All right. Hot chocolate? Delicious, right?
Why don't you drink coffee?
Why do I don't drink coffee? Well, that's a long story. That's a very long story. Back in the past, like, when I was almost 6, 7 years old, I got into a very bad fight with my grandmother. Because she was pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. Hey, how come if you were born here in Costa Rica, so you're Costa Rican, so you have to drink coffee, Costa Rican coffee, come on. And then my dad come in, and he was saying, hey, what's the reason of your fight? Okay, Daddy, she's pushing me because I'm Costa Rican, and she was considering me myself like I was, from another country because I was talking since I was a little baby in English only, not in Spanish. And she thought, okay, well, how come if he was born over here, he's just talking to everybody in English and not in Spanish? And he doesn't drink coffee even though he was born over here and he's Costa Rican. It was just like, okay, grandmother, so sorry. I was taught in English. You understand English. And even though we haven't been in other countries, we stayed here since the beginning. She was like kind of confused sometimes, like, how come you're talking to me in English and you don't drink any coffee? Well, I don't care if you talk to me in English, but you're Costa Rican, so drink coffee, please. So cacao has been also very important. Not only bananas or coffee, okay, but cacao also. And by the way, very important, now that I just mentioned bananas, we grow them all the way into the Caribbean side. So we have almost like 47,000 hectares of banana plantations in Limón province. Guanacaste, Puntarenas, San Jose, Cartago, Limón. Okay? So I have to mention Heredia province and then also Alajuela province. Those four that I just mentioned, Guanacaste, Alajuela, Heredia, and Limón, those are the only four provinces that are neighboring up north with Nicaragua. Okay? And there's only two provinces that neighbors down in the southern border with Panama, which is Limón and Pунtarenas. Okay, back into bananas. So we grow them, all of them, in Limón. Why? Remember that I was saying that Limón is the only province that rains 365? Banana plants, they need almost every day 70% of the water. So they can grow. And they can give us a bunch of bananas with a very nice quality. The first bunch. So that's why every single plant of bananas, once they give the first bunch, we have to cut them in half. And what can you find inside of this banana bunch? 70% of water. Whenever you get, obviously, well, this is a good advice. Whenever you get inside of those banana plantations, and you're so thirsty because it's like, so humid, and you get lost in those banana plantations, don't even worry about getting water. Why? Because you cut the banana plant in half, and you can drink 70% of its entire body within water. So there's a good advice there. Colones. Colones, okay? Colon, singular. Colones, plural. And why Colon? Christopher Columbus, Cristóbal Colón in Spanish. Okay? His last name in Spanish, Colón. So that's why we gave our currency the name of Colones. Okay? This is a very nice river. As you can see, we are in the dry season. But this is Barranca River, one of the most important rivers here on the Pacific side. See how the level is so low, right? Not high level. And that is because not only in Limon, well, we have only one province that rains 365, which is Limon, but the rest of the 6 provinces, 2 seasons. One, the dry season that starts ending November until mid-April. But this year, they've been affected from El Niño, right? So we'll probably have a little bit more of days during the dry season until half May, but normally until mid-April. Okay? And then the rest of the months will be all right. Rain, rain, rain. Everything turns to be green once again. Within the first probably couple of weeks, everything turns back into green. So everybody turns to be like very happy, no stress, anybody could feel like very sad looking out there, all the vegetation so dry, right? So that makes you feel sad sometimes. When everything is so green, that's why Costa Rica is on the list of 10 countries that they have been considered the 10 most happiest countries in the world. Because we're very well known as a green destination among the other countries in the isthmus of Central America. And then, heaviest rains here, oh my God, get ready for this. September, October, November. And I'm going to give you a very nice example. Let's say that today we can start with heavy rain, like around 6 o'clock this morning. Don't stop until 3, let's say 2 to 3 weeks later. Continuously. So landslides, floods, especially on those beach towns, right? But we're so used to them. So welcome to the tropics. You're in good hands. We do not get any hurricanes here, and I'm gonna obviously explain to you why. We have like a central column in the middle of a country, mountain ranges, okay, that divides the country in 2 parts. We're just 51,100 square kilometers. We're a little tiny place. Continental divide to the Atlantic side, let's say driving, 2 hours 15 minutes. Bless you. Salud. From the Continental divide all the way into the Pacific side, 90 minutes. Hour and a half. Coasts pretty close. So this mountain range right in the middle, which is probably what we consider the highest elevations in the middle of our country, they repels most of the strong winds. So that's the reason why we don't get hit by hurricanes on the Caribbean side. And once in a while we get to here, probably some of them getting into, the Pacific side, right? Also volcanoes. There's lots of volcanoes here in Costa Rica. Out there in the ocean, okay, and inside, inland. Let's say a total of 400 volcanoes. Yes, I get that a lot. Wow, in a very small country? That's a beautiful word to describe how impressed everybody is. Like to find over here 400 volcanoes. Yes. Okay. 8 active volcanoes. The first one starting up north, very close to the border with Nicaragua, Orosi volcano, followed by Rincón de la Vieja volcano, Viravalles volcano, Tenorio volcano. All of those four just in Guanacaste. Let's get into Alajuela province. Arenal volcano, active. The first four active volcanoes. This one, Arenal volcano in Alajuela, active volcano. Non-active or dormant volcanoes, Porvenir, Platanar. Another active volcano, Poas. All of those four, just one active volcano, and they're in Alajuela province. Then, in Heredia province, we have only just one volcano. I'm sorry, three. I'm sorry, four. I'm completely sure, yes.
You need a cup of coffee.
But I need a cup of coffee then.
What is your exchange rate now? 33 to 1.
Okay, let's say exchange rate will be 600 colones to $1. So 600 colones, you can buy probably gum. Or a cup of coffee, yes, but probably like this size. Bottle of water, probably some areas, 600 colones or $1. Right, just for you to have an idea, right? So Costa Rica, it's an expensive place to live. Sometimes you have to work a lot, and when you can consider your passion, like in this case, my passion is to welcome everybody into my country and to show you and to demonstrate that obviously we can welcome everybody here in the land of Pura Vida, and then we can talk a little bit about Pura Vida as well, which is pure life. And that's what we consider the most popular and common expression of the Costa Ricans. Like when we want to say hi to somebody else, let's do an example over here. Let me show you an example over here. Edgar, Pura Vida.
Pura vida.
You see, I was just saying to him, like, how are you, Edgar? And he's answering me, I'm doing Pura Vida, Oscar. You can't answer.
Pura vida.
Okay? It's like thumbs up.
Hey.
Like everything's fine, everything's good over here, you know? And everything turns to be like Pura Vida. Like, how was your breakfast this morning? Pura Vida. See? Okay, my breakfast was Pura Vida. Here. Okay. How was your stay when we were watching those beautiful kids, you know, performing all of those dances? See? Now you got that right. You want to say hi to somebody else that is walking over there on the sidewalk, you go like, hey, Pura Vida, how are you? Hey, Pura Vida. And there's some times when you wake up like low, right down, and you go like, okay, Oscar, how are you today? Are you Pura Vida? Yeah, okay, let's see. But Pura Vida, don't worry. See? Everything turns to be. Okay. So yes, back into our currency, colones. You have to minimum wage over here, Costa Rica, 350,000 colones. That equals probably $600 to $650 per person a month. So it's kind of expensive. Property, let's say. We have resort areas, right, where you can find easily $1 million homes. Okay, but for those who, and you know, this is very important for you to know also. Here in Costa Rica, medium class, it's the class that works. Okay, I'll tell you that way. And we sustain a very nice percentage in our economy. Okay, so we're very, you know, stable, at least in our economy. Okay, but it's the medium, you know, medium class. And among the other countries in Central America, we are the only one that still has a medium class. Okay, Nicaragua, low, or the high class. And if we talk about probably, for example, Nicaragua, there's only like 3 to 4 families that are wealthy enough to be considered as high class. Okay, so all the economy has to go directly through the government, and the families are the ones taking all the decisions, and so it doesn't work that much like here in Costa Rica. Compared to Costa Rica, we're really good still. Okay, we can vote for free, obviously, and we feel very obviously proud because we can vote every 4 years. So that means a lot to us also. But getting back into properties, okay, like a medium class house, let's say, like this one right up there, or no, that's not a house. Let's see. I'll give you a good example of a house. Okay, this one right here to your right. Okay, it has a front yard. 2 bedrooms probably. Mom, dad, and 1 kid. 2 probably the most. Backyard. 1 bathroom. Shower. Living room. Kitchen. $80,000, which equals almost 45 million colones. That's a lot of money still. Okay, but if both of them, dad and mom, works, they can at least ask the government for a bonus. Okay, and the government can obviously help them to at least have this bonus will help them to at least to support them in order to facilitate that the prices of every single thing that they need in order to construct the construction of this house are enough, and according to money will be they will lower the prices, but they can at least have their own home. Okay, that's the way it works over here. Yes, bonus. It's a bonus, a free bonus. So the government obviously will get a little bit of money, even though, because they're helping, the rest of the people to build those houses, right? But it's free, completely free for them. Okay, as long as the government knows that you are probably part of a poor family, okay, and obviously this bonus will be given to them for them to have their own house. Okay? But medium class, they will have to pay $80,000, $85,000, $90,000 probably. And it all depends on the areas, right? As well. Like if you are willing to buy probably property right in front of the coast, that's expensive. At least the lots, just the lots, the property, with no house, with no construction. Depending on the areas, probably in Guanacaste, oh god, that's crazy. Prices over there are crazy, and all depends on how big the property will be, right? Let's say, thinking about something cheap, right in front of the coast, $250,000, the property with no construction. And then you have to add, obviously, according to the price of the lot or the property. Let's think about probably $800,000 just to have a very nice home right on top of that property, right? But this property later, probably you can sell it for, a good price as well, right? But those are like, the prices probably. Technology, tourism, what else? Pineapples, sugar, bananas, sugar. We have lots of sugar cane plantations. Okay. So that's a big thing here in Costa Rica as well. I'm sorry? Sugar cane. Yes. Then we export most of the microchips from Intel as well. So yes, technology is a big thing here. But tourism.
But Oscar, do these ships come in the rainy season or just the dry season?
All year round. Yes, all year round. Rainy and dry season. That's a mango tree. Mango tree, yes. There are lots of mango trees all over. Yes. Oh, we have lots of papayas here, yes. We grow papayas here. All over the place. Palm trees with coconuts, yes. So coconut water everywhere. So you never keep yourself like thirsty because there's always a palm tree with coconuts all along both coasts. Well, that's coconut water. Yep. Well, you know what? Also, dairy products. Dairy products. Right. Brahma, and we have Holstein Brahmas and Jersey. So dairy products here, lots of them. I should be sitting over there right in front, but not feel very comfortable. Pasamos el Corteza, ¿no? ¿Verdad? No. ¿Qué avisado?
03 ya.
¿Cómo?
Está 03 ya, se va para ahí.
Ah, sí.
Aquí lo pesco ahí.
So we're getting into like in between of two towns, the town of Esparza, where we stop, and then Salinas, which is very close to the coast. Okay. And probably we're going to be able to see in seconds a nice view of one of the most important ports here in the Pacific side, which is Caldera Port. So we attend most of the cargo ships in there, and also cruise ships once in a while. I have a question over here. How's crime if it's increasing over here or not. There's a beautiful bougainvilleas right over here to your left, as you can see, those bright colors. But I want to show you that beautiful tree, which is a corteza amarilla. You see those orange, no, not orange, yellow flowers. Okay, so that tree is very well known as corteza amarilla over here in Costa Rica. And if you translate that into English, that will be like the yellow bark. Okay, so yellow bark tree. And it blooms 3 days continuously, and then the leaves are going to start falling all in the ground. As you can see, there's like a beautiful yellow rug in there. So as you can see, there's lots of different colors over here. Bougainvilleas, this beautiful flower over here, pink, white, yellow, red, and purple.
Is that the state of it? Is that in the state?
Okay, how's crime over here in Costa Rica? Crime was a big issue back in the 80s. Okay, so I don't know if you have noticed on each side of the road, there's some homes that have some bars right in front of their, like front gates, and also in the windows, or right in front of their properties, they have some bars in there, right? Because of the same reason. Because back in the 80s, unfortunately, crime was people getting inside of their homes and just like thieves, getting to rob everything right inside of those houses. But finally, we had more national police, so that's the reason why nowadays the new homes, they don't show those bars out in the windows or in the front parts, so that's the reason why. So right in front of the bus, or almost to the right, you're going to be able to see the port of Caldera. So you see, we have been doing like a little loop from highway number 1 to get into Esparza, and from this point you can get to see those cargo ships on that port. That's one of the most important ports here in the Pacific side. Okay. On the other side, that's part of a peninsula of Nicoya. So from that point, from that port, if you get to see completely to the right, from that area specifically, you can get to see the ship from that, our cruise ship waiting for us in Pунтаренас province. So all of that area that I was pointing, okay, so that's the entire Gulf of Nicoya. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, because of the dry season, if you break a bottle over there and it's hot out there, probably just the crystal or the crystal will start a fire. Okay. And this is the sunshine, yes. Right. And then, obviously, this happens, this is very common along the Pacific side. Not only here, but most up in Guanacaste, very close to the border with Nicaragua. Yeah, that was a very bad fire. And scary as well, yes. drugs here in Costa Rica. What can I say about drugs? Costa Rica is like any other country in the world, but we're working, obviously, to find as much as we can with the help of the U.S. government, also Mexico, and believe me, also Colombia. Okay? Out in the oceans or out in the coasts, and not only in there, also inland. But unfortunately, that traffic, it's so big, and that if you get, or if you can find somebody out there with those submarines or those special boats or speedboats out there in the coasts, there's some other trailers or trucks or the other, they will find a way how to, to get them, or either out there or over here inside of inland, on the roads. But, we did not buy drugs at all. The entire population is very well educated in order to know what are the good things that you can do and what are the bad things that you can do, right? Okay, so in terms of the entire population, we're very well educated. The thing is that unfortunately, there's always, people, those, drug dealers that you can find easily in the, what we call the black zones. Okay? There's some areas, and especially in the cities, where you get to see, those very poor neighborhoods. The surrounding areas, probably in the metropolitan areas, are very close on the southern part of San Jose, the capital city, where you can get to see those very poor neighborhoods, and all of a sudden you get to see one person driving a truck, a brand new truck, wearing those those pieces of gold and necklaces and everything, right? And not even the police, the national police, stopped them just to ask him, where did you get that money to buy this truck, right? Or where did you get that amount of money because you're wearing jewelry, right? So. Well, no, thank God. We don't have cartels here. No. As far as I know, I'm Costa Rican and but definitely, there's traffic, unfortunately, and we're trying the best we can in order to stop as much as we can. This field over here to your right, watermelons and cantaloupes. So we need some more water soon. River Jesus Maria. Some of our best friends, natural habitat, the American crocodiles that live there. So friendly. I love to smile to everybody. I love selfies with everybody, especially tourists. Yes, we do have dams. More of them located on the Caribbean side. Why? Because from the continental divide, we flow more percentage of water also into the Caribbean side than the water that flows over to the Pacific side. Definitely, yes, we produce clean power from the rivers. from those dams. Also, we can produce power from solar, the volcanoes, thermal, right? And okay, solar, the winds. And we were very proud to announce that in a couple more years we're starting to, well, we're working on it. No burning oil for almost, let's say, almost 650 days already. Okay, so that's a big thing, right? So we can produce clean power from the winds, the water, volcanoes, and solar from the sun. And in a couple more years, we're gonna be at least we're working hard in order to be considered the first carbon neutral country in the world. Yeah, for Costa Rica. We have steam coming out from the volcanoes, from 8 of them. Mount Baker in Canada. And it always shows steam. It's like, is it very close to St. Helen? No. Mount Helen? No. It's on the other side? Oh, okay. I don't feel like, afraid about eruption of a volcano. I've been very, very close to volcanoes. Like, for example, let me give you a very nice example over here. We're very close to one of the most famous volcanoes here in Costa Rica, which is the Poás volcano. Its altitude is 2,708 meters above sea level. Its crater has a diameter of 1.3 kilometers. Okay, so it's a huge caldera. And once you get, it's very easy to drive all the way because it has a paved road to the highest point. And there's a beautiful viewpoint of the entire crater, which is a huge caldera. Okay. It normally shows steam and gas and a little bit of ashes. So that means that if it's active, there's no way, if it's showing this kind of activity, there's no way to, at least, you never know what's going to happen to Mother Nature, right? Because it's very unpredictable sometimes, right? Okay, but sometimes you can just think that if this is happening while you're there, there's no way to think that there's a big eruption happening.
Начну немножко не сначала. Мы зашли в большой магазин с сувенирами. Сейчас находимся в Коста-Рике. Такие штучки. куча всего полезного. Магниты. $16 вообще обалдеть можно. Разные птички. Там немножко скрывается. В принципе, такая вся ерунда продается здесь.
A lot of Spanish.
Yes, actually, there's a lot. But you're not going to be able to eat this, right? No, I'm just going to.
I really appreciate it if you don't mind just taking a couple of your, minutes of your precious time just to fulfill that. That will be greatly appreciated.
We understand.
Thank you. There's a survey that I need to fill out. Okay. If you wouldn't mind just a couple of minutes of your precious time. Yes. ¿Cuánto está el litro de gas? ¿De gasolina? Como a dólar y más. Ok. ¿Cuánto es un galón? Son 6 litros.
No, 4.
4 litros. Ok. ¿El litro está a $1?
$2 y medio.
Eh.
$4 y medio.